Hey, what's up, fellas? It's Joe Troyer, and today I'm excited to have a couple special guests on with us. But first, before we get into that, I hope that you guys enjoyed the last video that I sent you guys about turning one video URL into multiples and the power of that, and kind of understood the concept behind it and why it's important. And the point of today's video is to really take that to the next level. So with us today, we have a couple special guests, and the first who I'll introduce in just a second is Anthony Aries. And Anthony has been using this method of the multiple YouTube URLs for quite some time, and the other two gentlemen that are also joining us today are really the pioneers behind taking this method to the next level, and have actually turned those 5 URLs into 22 URLs. So we're going to be going through this today, showing you guys some cool case studies, how it works, how you guys can do it manually, but also at the end a little push button easy way as well for those of you guys that are interested. So with that being said, Anthony, let's kind of kick this thing off. If we can introduce everybody first, and then kind of get right into it, that'd be awesome.
We'd love that. Y'all can hear me okay, right?
Yeah, man, I can hear you great.
Awesome. So essentially what happened was I got this idea back in 2013. Google rolled out the Penguin update, which was a big algorithm update that affected websites and their anchor text backlinking. And when you have too much of the same kind of anchor text going back to your website, you got penalized, you lost rankings. Well, I said, you know what? Everyone else is doing with their videos. They're taking their same YouTube URL that they're getting, you know, the typical YouTube URL. They're taking that YouTube URL and they're going and building backlinks to that one YouTube URL. And with this Google Penguin update, it's kind of a big deal to have link diversification. So I had the idea of, well, crap, I'm going to start building links to all the different YouTube URLs. And back then, I only knew of 5. Which was, you know, the ones that we get, you know, with the slash, without the slash. You already went into that with your people, so I don't have to get into that. It can get a little technical. And so I started using it, and I started blowing my competition out of the water. I would just take those 5 YouTube URLs, and I'd go and build blog comments to them. I'd go and build social backlinks to them. I'd go and just, you know, get random backlinks to those 5 URLs, and it started working like crazy. Right before launch, I could literally 4 hours before the card opened up on one of the biggest launches back then, which was Video Genesis. I came in 4 hours before the card opened up, and I rated all the home pages of the main keywords and crushed that launch. And it's a super powerful method. So I started teaching that method. I'm of the abundant mindset. I believe the more you give, the more you get back. And so I started teaching that method. And these two guys right here, Damon Nelson and Gil Garcia, are a couple of my proteges. They're a couple of my 1%er proteges. They took what I taught them, and they literally, like, this is what's awesome when you see, having the abundant mindset always pays off. I basically took, you know, I taught this to them, and they took what I taught them, and they just took it to the next level, and now they taught me how to do it even better. And so here we are today, and they're going to show you how they turned those 5 YouTube URLs into 22 of them, and some other ninja stuff that they discovered that I had no idea was even out there. So without further ado, we got Damon Nelson, Mr. Slow Talking Texan over there on the left. And then we got, I'm Portuguese, so we got a fellow Portuguese guy, Gil Garcia. He's over in Portugal right now.
I'm actually in Sweden.
Oh, you're in Sweden now. Okay, you
but
go back.
Tomorrow I'll be in Portugal.
That's right. That's
so
right.
That's close enough.
Cool.
So I don't know if Damon wants to.
Yeah, I'm Damon Nelson, and we kind of named our product after Anthony was teasing us with these Penguin updates and everything, kind of put the fear of SEO, and I've been SEO slapped a bunch of times, and I think Gil has too. So we kind of made a joke out of it. Our mascot is a penguin, and you know, we just want to slam it back in Google's face. It's okay. We're gonna give you the Vid Penguin back to you. So we've had fun. It's because there's a lot of cartoon penguins out there, kind of make fun of Google. So anyway, Gil, you want us to go ahead and get started now? I'm going to pull over a slideshow,
sure.
And I don't know if I'm going to do this right here, but I'm going to try to share this screen over here. Oop, that's not the right one. Okay, I'm gonna share my PowerPoint screen. Can everybody see that now?
Yep.
There we go. Awesome.
Okay, cool. Basically, what we have is how do we rank videos on page 1 of Google without having to buy views, build complicated backlinks, embed videos, write press releases, buy likes or comments to your videos. We didn't want to spend any money, and we found a really cool way using Anthony's tools here of how to actually do this. So, and what we wanted it for is if you want to be on the first page of Google and generate traffic to your websites, and we have some software products and other things that we're selling, but also videos, affiliate offers, local clients. I do a lot of local client marketing, and Amazon products. I used to do a lot of Amazon affiliate reviews and couldn't get them ranked, and we found this is the absolute best way to get Amazon affiliate videos up. And how to do all this without getting overwhelmed by tech. How can you put your feet up on your desk and click a few buttons and start ranking videos? So working with Gil and some of the techniques we learned with Anthony, this is one of the most powerful, yet it's relatively unknown methods. So I want you to pay attention as we go through the how-to spreadsheet. I'm going to show you every step that we do, and then I'm going to show you how we automated it and made it so fast and so easy for you to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share. I don't know if you can see that right now. So I'm going
while
to
you're doing
share
that, while you're doing that, Damon, one of the things I want everyone watching this to know is this is the first thing you want to do before you run everything through SinWire. So after you upload your video to YouTube, this is the first step you want to take. You know, so you've uploaded your video to YouTube, you've optimized the title, the description, the tags with your keyword, all that stuff's done. Now this is the next step that you want to take. This is what you want to do next before you do anything else, okay?
And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with, these are the 12 steps that we do. I'm getting a lot of feedback. Okay. Here's the YouTube variations. We talked about the 22 variations that we have, and we built upon starting with the initial YouTube, the watch, and we built all these variations. All these are approved by Google. They're in their API code. They're throughout the entire internet. These are all the short links. They're called 301 redirects, I think is what Gil told me they are. And so what we've set it up is you could go in and grab the actual 8-digit code and do a find and replace in the spreadsheet. And this is what I actually used to do by hand. And then I would grab the channel code out of YouTube, and I would grab the user code, and I'd grab the playlist code. And then I would take all these right here, and I'm going to go back into my instructions here. First off is I found the video URL, and I copied the video code. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly go through this, and then I'll show you in real time how we grab the video code. Grab the playlist, the channel, the user code. And what I'm doing is I'm building a big list, and I'm going to create an RSS feed from this list. And this is kind of the older method is Google bought FeedBurner a long time ago, and so they create their own feeds. Google loves RSS feeds, and not a lot of people use this to do SEO. This is one of our tricks. Is we take all these variations, and we put them all into an RSS feed, and then we send it right back out into FeedBurner. So we even create a GL variation, a Bitly variation, and then we create the FeedBurner RSS feed. Then we'll also add the Google and Bitly in here, and then we take that RSS feed and all the links, and we ping them through all the different RSS feed pingers, and we'll go back and we'll create an index, and we'll use Backlink Indexer and several of the indexing programs to send all these links back through again. Now, the real power comes when we actually started using SinWire. SinWire has a special feature that you can run your RSS feeds through, and it will automatically drip feed into all your campaign accounts that you select. And once we started doing that, we had a powerhouse ranking system. But I was doing all this by hand, and I had an estimate. I actually timed myself to see how long it would take, and I went through as fast as I could just to see what it would look like. And so to grab the video code, 2 minutes. To grab the playlist, the channel code, about 10 minutes. As you can see, I start racking up all the minutes, and this is for a single video. And we get down to SinWire, where I'm doing video embeds, I'm building bookmarks, and I'm populating them out to different social campaigns. Without SinWire, I could spend 4 hours to 8 hours just on one video going out to my own social campaigns. But when I combined all this together and I started automating it and working with Gil, we actually created a program to do all this. And the fastest I've ever done it is about 5.5 hours for one single video. Right now, we can do this in about 60 seconds. And so anyway, this is where I wanted to show you. Now, just to take this one step further so everybody knows that we're using video codes, is I'm going to hop over to, push this up here, and I'm going to share my screen to go into Google real quick, YouTube, and let's see if I can pull up a, see if I got the right screen to share here. Okay, can y'all see this okay? Here's my YouTube. And Anthony, can you see the screen?
No, not see. Yep, see it now.
Yep.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab a random video in here, and let's grab this one here with Garfield. I'll pause it. And this right here, this, oh, sorry about that. That's the video code right there. Video equals, and that's the code. You would copy that, and then you would go back over to your spreadsheet, and you go to find or replace, find what, I'm going to replace it with that, but the find what is going to be the word video code. And then I'm going to replace all. So there are 22 replacements made.
You might have to toggle back over to your spreadsheet. Still seeing YouTube.
Okay, still seeing YouTube. Drop it here.
Gotta love Google Hangouts.
Okay.
Oh, Google, we absolutely adore you.
We use it all the time, so we know. Trust me, we know the difficulties.
So anyway, can you see it okay now?
Yep.
Okay. I made all these replacements with just a find and replace. And I'm still coming back to, this is taking a little bit of time. We spun off about 3 or 4 minutes just doing that one find and replace. And then you go into the next step. Grab your playlist, your channel code, your user code. So I wanted everybody to know this is the manual method. This is what you can use. But what we're finding out is if it took you 6 hours to do one video, how many of these videos are you actually going to do? And before you actually just give up. This is a time, it does suck a lot of time out to do one video. So what if you could do this in 60 seconds with any type of videos? And that's what we wanted to get to.
I mean, even if you hired somebody to do this for you, you know, $4 an hour times 5 hours, that's $20 every time you launch a video. You know, you do 5 videos, that's $100.
And you're limiting yourself to 2 videos a day. I mean, even if they do it in 4 hours.
Right.
Because there's only so many hours they're going to work in a day.
Right.
So what I wanted to do is, let's go back to the PowerPoint slideshow.
Joe, do you have any questions? Do you think we need to cover a little bit more on that spreadsheet, or?
I think the big thing is the next couple of steps, right? What you guys are doing with the URL shorteners and then the RSS feeds, and I think everybody kind of understands how to grab the channel ID. I'm glad that you showed how to do it, because if they don't now, obviously, that's a very key aspect.
Yeah.
So that's good. But I think if we could show how the next steps after you grab all the different IDs, what you do next, I think.
Okay. Okay. Let me hop back into the spreadsheet. And okay. Once we got into this, I have a tab down here, the resource URLs, is where we actually create the feeds with the links in there. So as I grab these links here, I'm going to grab them, and I'll hit copy, and then I'm going to go do a feed creator with Feed Shark. I'll open up the window and jump over to it. You probably can't see that right now.
No, you got stuck in the Excel spreadsheet again.
Okay, I'm in the Excel spreadsheet. Okay.
Are you sharing just one software instead of sharing the whole screen? That might be
Yeah,
why.
that's probably the problem, and Google Hangouts has kind of left me here. Let me pause that. I'll hop back into Google Hangouts here. Okay. Now let's share. I'm just going to pull this screen over here. Okay, now I should be able to share it pretty easily. Sorry about this. Okay. This is one of the ones that we use as Feed Shark, where we actually created a RSS feed. And you could put your blog title, your blog description, your blog URL, and your RSS URL in there. And I'm going to go back into the spreadsheet real quick to grab the right.
So you
do
do this for every single URL, right?
Yeah, you have to do it for every single URL to create this. And this is where it takes a lot of time to actually put in your URL, your RSS feed, and then once you hit submit, it will go through all these and actually submit. So that's where building this whole thing up. In fact, I'm going to use create feed here. Okay. You could take your links here. I'm going to grab that. And this is how we actually used to create RSS feeds. And I'll call it Garfield. And I'll hit create simple RSS. And it's telling me I got a problem. I've got more than 20 RSS, so I'm going to knock off a couple of them and hit create.
You got to take away the last two, and you didn't even create any 301s right now. So, because what we also do is we also create the GOOGL and the Bitly.
Yeah. So this is the RSS up here that we created with the RSS feed. So as you can see, going through this entire process to create your RSS feed and then to drop that RSS feed into the Byte Shark, this entire process can take a long time. And then once you have an RSS feed, what you want to do is you want to go back and ping it. And we have some ping resources in here. Like ProPinger is one, and then there's 18 of them right here. And then we'll come back in with that entire list, and we'll drop them into a indexing service, like Backlinks Indexer and Link Processor. So building this entire system comes back to how much time do you want to spend on it? If you got 6 hours to spend on one video, it might work. But we want this to be extra fast, and just a few clicks and you're ready to go. So I'm going to hop back into PowerPoint.
One of the big ahas with this is that the majority of your competition is not doing this because they don't know to do this. They just basically grab the YouTube URL that everybody else grabs, and they go and build backlinks to that. So when you're doing this and they're not doing this, you're completely differentiating yourself from your competition. So you're building backlinks to a variety of different URLs. Your video is going to stand out over everyone else's video.
And it's a lot more future-proof as well.
What's that, Gil?
It's a lot more future-proof as well. I mean, as far as we can see.
Right.
With the updates.
Yep.
The thing that I find interesting is it's almost like the 301 redirect trick with PBNs, except you're using YouTube's own redirects.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
So for you advanced SEO nerds out there, think about that for a second. That's pretty cool.
You're using. I was discussing this the other day. You're using YouTube as a buffer for YouTube, and it's really strange, but it works really well. I mean, if there are any advanced SEOs out there, you know, like you just said, like a lot of us are using 301s to filter links. And I mean, using YouTube to filter your own backlinks, it was really an aha moment. I mean, once I saw Anthony showing, like, I don't think what does he really understand what he's doing there? Like, is it really possible to do it? But I mean, it works like gangbusters. Damon is.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to go through some of the case studies that we've done. And these are. This has like 500,000 reviews. Corporate and promotional video production. It works in local niches, and it works great. I'm doing video marketing in Fort Worth, so it took about 12 hours, but 1.3 million search results, and I'm the #1 video underneath the ad pack. And this is just one of our clients. She got 2 positions in about 3 hours. And also, it works awesome for affiliate promotions and launch jacking. We've had some incredible results just doing launch jacking with like this one. I think it's already uploaded, but it took about 13 minutes to get to about 64 million results as #1. Now, what I want to do is I want to show you both the best and easiest way that we've taken that spreadsheet, all the steps that I showed you before, and how we've automated it, and how we've made it so easy to use. And we have built complete SinWire integration into the software. So I'm going to pull up that. Can everybody see this here? It's the Vid Penguin dashboard. Just give me a holler if y'all can see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to come back and I'm going to grab a different video. Okay. We'll grab one. That's one of ours that's popping up. So I'll just grab this one, 10 Smallest Things in the World. And just as a demo, I'm going to grab the link itself, and that's Control-C to copy it. And then I'm going to come over here, hop in here, and we're going to paste it in the pinger. And it automatically tells you which one, so you can confirm it there. Hit Variations. And we have a slider bar where you can, if you don't want to do the full 22 variations, you can change it just real easily. And here's the neat thing, is we can even put spin tags in here. And it's an open curly bracket, the pipe bar. And I'll just do a couple variations.
Hey, Damon, is there ever a reason why you wouldn't do all 22 variations? What's best practice there?
Yeah, what we found is if you're doing a very, if you don't have a 7-pack or an ad AdWord campaign in there, and you're just wanting to tweak somebody's video up a little bit, that's when we would only do 3 or 4 variations. And I guess what I'm talking about is maybe like a local barber shop in a small town that only has 5,000 people in it.
Okay.
We want it to be as natural to Google's robots.
Yeah.
Is a small town barber shop is not going to have 400 social campaigns all created in 24 hours pushing to the barber shop. So this allows you to kind of tweak it down if you don't want to go full blast.
Okay.
And just as a, for instance, in the world, okay, so those are my spin tax variations. We're just playing around with this as a demo. And I always drop my title spinner in the bottom and the top just to have some variations. And then I'll come over here to preview. And you can scroll through here. Here's all 22 variations. And it has different spun titles and different spun descriptions in here. And so I'm just kind of scrolling down, picking all this up here. Okay, so that's just a way to check it. Now you can come in and individually change them if you want to, but we really don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that up here to the RSS feed title. Now this is what's going to go into FeedBurner. So you want to put your keyword, your strongest keyword here, and put a good description in here. And then we're ready to hit save and ping. And it takes a few, usually about a minute to come back. And what it's done is it's gone out and it's created, it's taken all 22 variations and it's created an internal feed and pinged it out, and it's created a FeedBurner ping and pinged it out. Now what I want to do is I want to go back to the dashboard before we get into the SinWire part, because the SinWire part to me is the most fun part. Is you can show your URLs and you can grab them, hit Control-A, Control-C, and put them in your own indexing program, or you can take it out to a Fiverr gig if you want to do some promotion or link wheel building with your feed URLs, or you can download it and get the spun titles and spun descriptions. But here's where the real power comes in, is when we combined it with SinWire. Is you choose your campaign, and you can choose whether it's a bookmark, a status update, or a blog post. And I like using bookmarks. I have a lot of minions in my campaign. And then we also have a drip feed method over here. You can send them instantly through. You can drip it over a day, 2 days, or a full 7 weeks. If it's a local client that I'm working with and I don't really want to hammer the heck out of them, I'll usually do it 7 days. If it's a launch jacking, I'll do it right now. And since this is just a test, we'll just do that. And what we've set up with this is all 22 variations, they all get a spinner in there for the title and a spun description. So for each link right here, we're going out to all the campaigns and we're doing a bookmark. So we spun the title and spun the description. And you can see this goes through every single link and it does the same thing. Now you can tweak it if you want.
Yeah, one of the cool things I think is it's really flexible. Like you can use like different campaigns for each URL. You can use a different date for each URL. You can choose your own dates. You can use spin tags or not. You can choose to change the spin tags a bit. You can even omit certain variations and certain URLs if you want to. So we've made it, I think, as flexible as possible without it being super techy, without going super deep into techie nerdy stuff. But I think it's pretty neat and pretty flexible. And if you think about it, like if you can spread your URLs through 7 days, and you have all these different campaigns, spreading different variations of the URLs, it's really, really hard for Google to even associate it with any kind of automated presence.
Yep. And like this, is I've got about 64 Twitter accounts, I think, loaded into SinWire. So if I just want to send it to just the Twitter accounts, that's what I would do. Is I would just choose Twitter only. And so I've preset everything up in SinWire. Send bookmarks, schedule now, and this is all you do. You just click the green button right there. And that's sending out to my 60 Twitter accounts, all 22 variations, and they're all spun with unique titles, unique descriptions. So this is really the power between Vid Penguin's automation of creating everything and creating the RSS feeds, and then adding to it SinWire. This is just an incredible combination. Now, this takes usually about 3 to 5 minutes because there's so many things going on right now. So what I'm going to do is that's basically the end of the demo itself.
Usually takes me 30 seconds, but your internet in Dallas is famous for not being very good, right?
That's true.
Yeah, it doesn't take me near that long either. You must have bad internet there in Texas.
I have very bad internet. Here's the other thing: is the backlinks indexer. Is we've integrated with an indexing program. So really, all you did was just put the API of your indexer in there, and then you just hit submit. So we've done about 5 things. We've created a list of URLs, all 301 redirects, and we've made an RSS feed. We've pinged it to an internal pinger, and then we created a feed burner. Then we went to SinWire and did 60 different Twitter accounts just within about a couple minutes, and then we indexed it through Backlinks Indexer. So it's taken total about 4 minutes to go through everything.
And even the feed burner, if you check the feed burner, like the feed burner, we use the thumbnail, the video thumbnail, and we SEO optimize it. So we have had situations where we rank for the video and we're ranking in the images tab for the same video. Because once you push the thumbnail up the results, if you click the thumbnail, you actually get redirected to the video because YouTube or Google knows that it's a YouTube thumbnail. So there's a lot of hidden little details. And there's a lot of little tiny optimizations that we pretty much do automatically.
So just for a sec, so right now I'm using this as soon as I push out any video now. I've been testing Vid Penguin and using it, and it's working. It's getting my index noticed and ranking quickly. One of the big things that I found is sometimes, for whatever reason, I don't really know what it is, but it would take a while for my video to even show up in Google Videos. So I go to Google, I do my search, and for whatever reason, if I click on video results, sometimes it just doesn't show up for a while. I haven't seen that so much when I'm using Vid Penguin. It seems like it's getting indexed faster. So I'm using it before I even do any SinWire campaigns or before I start building any backlinks. But also the other place that I'm using it, or 2 other places. One, to boost videos that aren't ranking that well and need a little bit of help. And the other thing that I'm doing is something that I don't know if you guys have been doing, but I love Vid Penguin just to mix up the anchor text. Because you can change out the anchor text so easily, I've taken videos just with a couple of tests that I've ran that are already ranking well in Google on the first page and thrown in just a boatload of variations, ran it through Vid Penguin, and literally overnight I'm ranking for all the variations that I never ranked for before, and it took me all of 30 seconds to run it. So honestly, like I'm using it in 3 places, but guys, honestly, that last one is like really, really my favorite just because of how fast it is.
We actually did a test yesterday. I sent a screenshot to Anthony. I don't know if he has it there.
Where'd you send it?
I think I sent it via Skype. Maybe only Damon got it. But yeah, locally it's a beast because you can use a lot of variations like suburbs or street names, whatever. If you're doing local, for example, if you use a lot of areas for the same video, like surrounding areas, your video will pick up on some areas naturally, like you just said.
So just a really quick tip on that, if you guys look up like 5-minute keyword generator on Google and you go put in a zip code, and you say, give me a 20-mile radius, it'll give you all the zip codes, and it'll give you all the cities. If you copy and paste that in, and then just spin all those together and run it through Vid Penguin, you're going to have some pretty magical results. So that was the other test that I did. I wasn't going to say it, but you guys kind of got me a little excited, so I figured I'd share.
Well, and I want to show you something, too, that we've noticed is, and I'm just going to pull up just this YouTube video that we were working with earlier here and grab the link just so we have something to work with. And I'm going to come back here, drop it in here. And, Joe, just to build on what you were talking about, is we're working with a burger house in Oklahoma City. And what Gil has done is he went in and grabbed every small town, suburb, everything inside of Oklahoma City. And then we did the same with the description. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that in here, and then I'm going to go to preview. And so what we have is West Side, Oklahoma City. Actually, let me come back up here to my variations. You got 22 variations. Okay. And you can kind of see as we're going through here, it pulls in the different suburbs and the different parts around Oklahoma City. So you're building these text links inside your RSS feed, and again, we're only using one video, but you can often rank on multiple cities with that same exact video. This is what we feel like is one of the power of Vid Penguin and using it with SinWire.
Yeah, I mean, then you go push it through SinWire, and it's game over.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and it works with local. I mean, it works with Amazon products if there's like a lot of variations for the same product. Whenever you can think of multiple variations, like when your videos goes through multiple variations, or you should have multiple variations in title.
Like affiliate stuff, if you have different SKUs that you hit and people are actually looking up the SKUs, right? There's different variations of the same product. Let's say on Amazon, that happens all of the time, right? Just throw in all of the different SKUs in there, and you can easily rank for all the different variations.
Well, and just to show you what we're talking about, Joe brings up a good point, is we do brand name, model number. If somebody's interested in buying something, that's a lot of times all they're going to put in is a Cuisinart food processor and the model number. They just want to see if they get any comparison. And if you look, we have a video right here. This is our fake persona, Eric Anderson. And we did this a few weeks ago. This video has nothing to do with Cuisinart, but we're using the power of Vid Penguin and SinWire together, and this is a little trick that brand name, model number. We can rank just about any Amazon video quickly if you put the SKU number in here.
You can see it on the right. Google knows what it is. Google knows exactly what it is if you look at the sponsor there.
And I'll do another one just to show you. Now, where you might have competition is in the electronic equipment, but anything else, the home household items, home consumer items, and this is a kegerator. I mean, it's a $330 item, and we're the only video that is sitting inside of brand model number. So come Christmas time, I'm going to have a lot of brand model number videos out here. And they can be very short videos, 60-second videos. Just talk about the product, and what I do is I just do a screencast and just kind of scroll around the Amazon product itself and talk about the reviews. And then I'll save it and then post it up as a review underneath brand model number. So anyway, I'm going to keep on going on the slideshow. And Joe, do you have anything else you wanted to add here?
I don't think there's anything else I wanted to add. I meant to say it earlier, but I completely forgot. Anthony had sent me that spreadsheet that you guys were working through. And guys, down below this video, there'll be instructions on how to actually grab that spreadsheet so you guys can duplicate the process. But I think we're going to get into the way that you guys can just push a button and not have to worry about the copying and pasting and the 15 or 20-minute process or 4-hour process if you're not using SinWire to do the whole thing. Yeah, just look down below for that resource.
Okay, and what I want to do is just give you some case studies that we've done. This is one of our clients in London where we did the different cities. He ranked on Kingston, Surrey, and Southwest London just by spinning the city name itself. So he's got 3 videos for one city all ranked in there. So it actually looks like different well, these are different videos, but he's used the same technique of spinning spin tags in there. This is a social media book review. This is a software product that I was able to get. I think there's 5 videos I got ranked using the same method. And you can easily change your video. This is what we try to teach our students, is change the keywords, change the title, and save it as a new video, and just keep ranking it. This is another page 1 ranking here. I think I already saw that slide there. Another book review here. This is one of our clients, got a #1 ranking in the U.S. 16 minutes to page 1. This is a Amazon book review. That's our easy button. Is showing you how to take Vid Penguin and SinWire, automate everything down to about a 60-second process, and that's what we're here to talk about. So if you're ready to take a look at it, check out this website. It's web1.co/vidpenguin. Now, our server's designed to handle a lot of people, but we don't want to we can't slam it with a whole bunch of people all at one time. So what we're going to only do today is we're going to take the first 100 folks, and they're going to get a special deal on this. There's no confusion. What we do is there's no thought about it. There's no installation. We run it on a cloud server, so you can run whether you're on a Mac or a PC or any browser. In fact, we're even running it off iPads, and I think some people are running it off their phone. You just log in, push the button, and go. When you do, you'll be on the fast track to page 1 rankings. Now, are you going to get page 1 rankings with every single keyword? It's virtually impossible. We can't guarantee every single keyword, like health foods, but we use this as our first step, and oftentimes it's the only step that you'll ever need to get first page rankings. This is a complete new software technology and training, and it really simplifies your life, simplifies the whole ranking process. You're getting the exact software training and expert guidance that we use, and we have created a whole bunch of videos and case studies on how to do this step by step, and you're just looking over our shoulder as we go through and we start ranking videos. And also, our Facebook support group is probably one of the most active. So not only are Gil and I answering, but we have a lot of people that are professional video rankers that stop in every once in a while. They'll talk, they'll show a demonstration of what they're doing, and they'll also help people and motivate them to start ranking videos. And part of this workshop, what we wanted to offer Joe's customers is we have a complete PDF guidebook and cheat sheet, which is Video Marketing 101. We'll start you from the very start, and we're going to walk you through how do you optimize the title, how do you optimize the keyword, how do you upload to YouTube, what are the next steps that you go through, and we take you all the way from creating the video to optimization to Vid Penguin to SinWire and to the other steps that you can use once you get past that. Toolkit training. We have the 5 best tools that we use on a regular basis for video marketing. 10 best content syndication power user strategies. In addition to SinWire, we have some other IFTTT and a couple other sources that we use. But we put together a strategy guidebook of how do you incorporate all these social media campaigns, because that's what Google is really looking for. They're looking for the social signals. So we teach you in this is a strategy course on how to use SinWire, IFTT, and some of the other tools, how to get those social signals up front in front of Google's face. And then we also have a special, we call it our Houdini magic ranking trick for local cities. And we kind of gave it a little bit is, we go through all the local cities and all the suburbs, all the little towns, and how do you find those little towns. And Joe mentioned there's a trick on how to find all the cities around the suburb. The check attractor system. This is a local business silent salesman. We teach you how to build your video, how to set it up to actually get calls before you even pick up and call the local business. Animation domination. There's several guys in our group that are professional video editors. We're putting together a bonus package that shows you how to use Explaindio, Powtoons, VideoMaker FX, and how to bring it all into Camtasia and make a really high-quality video commercial for your business. And we're always dropping in case studies after case. We want everybody to see it really is easy. You just have to do it. You just have to do it every single day. We made Vid Penguin, and we integrated it with SinWire so that you can do this constantly throughout the day without even thinking about it. Or you can have your VAs do it. And the ultimate bonus is we have coaching calls, monthly coaching calls for the next 6 months. You can ask us anything. Bill and I will brainstorm, and we'll get an automated, simplified solution. Okay, so if you want to see your videos on page 1 of Google, which is 3 clicks in just 60 seconds, this software is specifically for you. So what we're recommending is that you get Vid Penguin. And here's what some of our other customers are saying. These are all sitting in our Facebook group. We started out beta testing. We spent 3 months beta testing this software before we even offered it to anybody. And these were all Anthony's clients that they agreed to go through a beta test, and we just hammered the heck out of it. We broke it a few times, but now we have made a very, very stable platform. Here's some more of our beta testers. And here's some of the case studies too. Is just using Vid Penguin, it took about 43 minutes to rank it, where there's 52 million results on best video ranking tools. So you've watched this entire presentation, and if you really want free targeted traffic that actually sells your stuff, like these affiliates, these book reviews, these training courses, these softwares, the videos are really easy to rank. And you know this is an excellent value. So I want you to take advantage of this incredible deal. Get these amazing limited bonuses. And this is our mascot, Vid Penguin here. We call him VDP. So, Joe, do you have any questions that we could talk about, or strategies?
No, I mean, big thing, before we kind of go any further, I just wanted to thank you guys for coming on and sharing what you guys have been doing. I've been following Anthony and working with Anthony for quite some time, and whenever Anthony does something, I'm always looking over and kind of peeking and seeing what he's up to. And he's a smart guy, and when it comes to video, I'm always watching what he's doing. You know, we all need that 1 or 2 little tweaks to take us the extra mile, and this is one of those tweaks that I know is going to be able to get a boatload of results for you guys. And the other thing is, I just wanted to thank you guys for giving my crew kind of first dibs on this. I know that you guys let it out to your crew, Anthony, but it's under my impression that nobody else has really even seen this yet. So I definitely wanted to thank you for that.
I appreciate that. And I appreciate the compliment, man. Same here. I'm always peeking over your shoulder to see what you're doing. I do want to sweeten the deal for your people. I actually had a training a few weeks ago that we charged $200 for, and I've been very fortunate. This has been really one of my best years this past year in this space, you know, in the internet marketing world. And I was lucky enough to buy myself a brand new Z06 Corvette, which is a pretty badass piece of machinery. And I made myself an extra $100,000, and I went and treated myself and got myself this car. So in this training, I teach people the absolute low-hanging fruit way to go and make really rapid money with video using Vid Penguin. And what I'd love to do is give it to your folks that come on board for the first 100. You don't have to pay the $200. I've also got a ton of resources inside that training. It's inside of a members area. So all I need for you to do is just send your proof of purchase to my help desk. It's a simple URL to remember. It's myproducthelpdesk.com. Just send us your proof of purchase, myproducthelpdesk.com. My sister runs the support desk. We're a family-owned business. She's going to make sure that she gets your bonus out to you right away with your username and password. And the training's about an hour and a half. It's not very long. And I basically just break down how to, you know, sometimes as humans we have a tendency to overcomplicate things. I'm a minimum effective dose kind of guy. I like to make as much money as I possibly can with the least amount of work, and that's what this training is all about. And when you combine it with SinWire and Vid Penguin, I mean, you'll have awesome results. You may make more money than I did and go buy yourself a Lamborghini. You may make half of what I did and go buy yourself a new BMW. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's really powerful stuff, and everyone that was on the call were completely blown away by what I shared with them, and I helped a lot of people with mindset issues that they were having that were keeping them from getting what they wanted. We spent quite a bit of time on that because at the end of the day, it's really about mindset. So I broke a lot of barriers and got people really excited and got a lot of people taking action. I'd like to hand that over to you and give that to you as a bonus for coming on board.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Thanks so much. And you owe me a ride in that thing. I saw that in Orlando. You didn't get no ride, though.
I know, I didn't get to take you in a hell ride. I didn't take you for a hell ride, that thing, dude. Everyone who's been in that has completely crapped their pants. They're like, this bitch is scary. But I will do. I'm actually, we're supposed to be doing that Florida Mafia thing where we'll all start getting together for a mastermind. So I will take you for a hell ride in that, for sure.
Definitely. So, yeah, man, I would recommend you guys, Vid Penguin gets my full endorsement. I've seen the rankings myself that everybody's gotten. I've actually jumped in there, used it. I've been fortunate enough, I got it in beta. So I've been able to use it for the last couple of weeks and play around and toy with it. And like I said, really, I'm using it as soon as I upload a video, I'm using it right away. And I'm using it to bump rankings that I already have just because it's so fast. I mean, it takes literally 60 seconds for me to go through, click a couple of buttons, and it's done. And then last, my favorite thing of all, is that last little piece in being able to just spin the crap out of that anchor text and start ranking for a bunch of stuff. And yes, I mean, it's not real competitive stuff, right? But I'm able to rank for 10 or 12 different variations or suburbs of a city in 60 seconds. I mean, it's so fast, it's so easy. I don't know of anything else out there like that that can get those results that quickly. I mean, yes, you can go do a full SinWire campaign and write all the content and figure it all out and run a couple of those and drip it out, but it's not going to be as fast as Vid Penguin. I mean, just point blank, it's not going to be. That's not the purpose. And then the integration between the two, I just think it makes it, you know, a complete no-brainer.
That's why we say at the beginning, without building complicated backlinks, because we connected it with SinWire. You know, having the integration with SinWire takes away the having to worry about building complicated backlinks. That's why we said that. So without SinWire, you're kind of dead in the water. It really works like the best with SinWire. So that's one of the reasons why we wanted to have your people have first dibs on it. You know, what you bring up too is really important. I really want to stress that. You know, you talk about, you know, spinning the videos. Like for all of you that have, you know, a lot of videos in your YouTube accounts, this is a great thing. You can go back and take all those videos that you have, and you can go in and create all these different variations for all these videos. I mean, think about, I know some of your customers are killing it with lead gen and video, and they've got a couple hundred videos in their accounts. Like, think about that. Like, you can go and do what Joe just said. get all those zip codes, throw them in there, spin them, change, like like you can put, like, for Florida, you have FL, you have Florida, so you can put FL, you can put Florida, you can put them in different orders. I mean, because all these little crumbs, lots of little crumbs make up a nice big piece of bread, So it adds up, and I think for all your customers that have these big YouTube channels or have quite a few videos on their channels, you can go back, you can respin those videos, get variations, get them repinged, resubmitted, and bring more traffic that you're not getting. So it's a really important point. I just want to stress it. Don't anyone listening to this should not take that lightly. That is like uber powerful.
Yeah, I mean, it's a super simple way to pay for the investment of Vid Penguin too. I mean, I was able to take one of my videos that was ranking in Miami and just throw in a bunch of spins in different cities. It's the same Miami video, and I'm ranking almost all the way up like the East Coast. And that's all that I did was threw it through Vid Penguin and then pushed it through SinWire. I mean, it was 60 seconds of time. I mean, it doesn't get easier than that. And so it can really make good of a lot of the work that you've already done too. Just a couple minutes of work can really start to multiply what you've already done in the past.
Cool. We don't want to take up any more of your time.
Man, I just want to say thanks again. Thanks, guys, too, for coming on, Damien and Gil, or Damon and Gil. And
thanks for having us.
Thanks so much. And we'll have to do this again soon.
Alrighty.
All right. See you, fellas. Have a great night. Enjoy your 4th.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.